Hello, good evening, good to see you again. As always, I'm joined by the great Reanne Evans and the whirlwind Jimmy White. And Reanne, I'll start with you. It's a big mountain to climb for Kyron Wilson, isn't it? And it's a match that really is out of his hands now from what happened this afternoon.
Yeah, personally, I can't see the comeback being on, but you just want to go out there and make the scoreline reflect your ability in the final. You don't want to be destroyed in the final. He wants to make the scoreline a little bit closer, but Murphy, he was too good for him earlier on, and if he keeps his foot on the pedal, definitely no comeback.
And Jimmy, we've got a maximum of 4 frames to go before the interval, and then, of course, if there's more frames, they come out and they play to a finish. But from Sean's point of view, even though they're good mates off the table, Sean will want to get this done before that interval, won't he?
Absolutely. You know, Sean will want to try and win 9-1, get it over and done with. Kyron Wilson, you know, he is capable of winning 4 frames on the trot against anybody. He is good enough. But in reality check is now he's going to look back on this afternoon and a couple of frames he should have won, and the one where Sean Murphy needed a snooker and he ended up losing it, was then you've got to come out again and try and do it. You know, I think he'd be a bit too flat. He would give it his best, but I'm afraid I think the match is over.
Well, the match nearly didn't even begin, actually, about half an hour ago. This is quite bizarre. It's happened, I think, once or twice before on a snooker table, indoors, rain, nearly stopped play. This is just after it happened, we had about 2 minutes of really heavy hailstones coming through the roof, bouncing onto the table and onto the floor. And there you go. That's called a God cover. It goes over the table. It makes sure all the moisture doesn't leave the cloth. And they've covered it over. It stopped raining. I don't know how it got through the roof, but it stopped raining, so we should be OK. And, of course, they are playing for a cheque for £70,000, but forget that. They want to get their hands on a magnificent trophy named after the 6 times champion of the world, the great Ray Reardon, loved by everyone in the game.
Whoever wins the title this week, not only will they be adding the Welsh Open to their collection, but also lifting the trophy named after one of the game's living legends, Ray Reardon. He's still one of the game's most successful players, his vicious safety play and mind games helping him to pick up no fewer than 6 world titles. Known for his distinctive style and personality both on and off the table, Ray is still loved and respected by players past and present.
Obviously, he's the best snooker player Wales has ever produced. I mean, 6 times world champion. I know some people say the year he was in, but that doesn't make any difference. He was just, you know, I watched his safety game. The way he went about it is just totally different to the players of this day and age. What
all those great players have done is that they've dominated their era, and Ray certainly dominated his, 6 world titles. He obviously goes down as one of the all-time greats for sure.
Yeah, Ray was like one of the special people in my life, and I had 2 of the most fantastic years with Ray. We had such a lovely time. At first I was thinking, like, how do you kind of, a young guy of 30, socialise with a 75-year-old man? And I thought, maybe we'll do our work, he'll go to his room and stuff like that. It wasn't like that. We used to go out and have such a laugh.
And, if there was one player I could actually, sit down and have a best of 9 or best of 19 with him when he was playing really well, it would be him. Just to, I'd like to see the way he went around about the table, and I would have loved to have had a game with him, yeah. Great
competitor as well, a lot of people forget that. But then he got to the point where he went, I can't win the World Championships, and he said to me, as if I can't do that, he said, don't play, it's over. So, I respect that decision as well, that, it was all about winning the Worlds for him. That was the most important tournament.
And still, I'll say to this day, if I played Reardon, I wouldn't have won the World Championships. I wouldn't have been able to handle him, it would have been too much for me. I adore the guy, very clever player, very clever.
He's just one of the best sportsmen, Wales has ever had.
And I'm delighted and honoured to say, a round of applause that 6 times champion of the world, the legend that is Ray Reardon, has joined us on the couch. Ray, good evening to you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Reanne, Jimmy. Good evening, Ali.
Thank you so much for your time. Lovely to see you. What's it like seeing everyone talking about you and old pictures of you lifting up that crowd?
It's not so much embarrassing, really. It's the respect that I've received from these players, and the people I see playing the game today, I respect them as well. But you've got to learn to win this game, It's all about winning. It's not about anything else. If you don't win, unfortunately, dear Jimmy here beside me, he's had so many unfortunate episodes in the World Championship. Unfortunately, people ask who won it. They don't come anywhere near anything else, And I'm very honoured to be here tonight, actually. And allowed me to be, or honoured me with the present the Ray Reardon Trophy. Thank you all very, very much indeed. I do appreciate it.
It's our honour, and it's our honour and privilege that you've joined us. I'm going to ask you a question. The answer could go on for days, but we'll try and narrow it down. And that is, your greatest memories, apart from the 6 world titles, is there any moment, is there any story that sticks in the mind, Ray?
About winning the world title?
Just anything from your days of being on the tour.
I think the best, I mean, the first one is always the best. But when I beat Eddie Charlton in Naniwadin Basketball Stadium in Melbourne in Australia, I was 29-23 down, of best of 61. And I won 7 on the trot to go 30-29 up. And then we went 30 all, and I managed to win the last game. So when we look at tonight with Kyron and Sean, he's well back, I know 7-1, but it's not impossible. It can be done, so you must have faith in yourself and get out there and do it, you know.
Jimmy, of course, you know, Ray's an absolute legend. You must have had your battles with him on and off the table.
Yeah, when I first come through, I played Ray a few times. You know, we had some great matches, and you know, I watched Ray as a kid. You know, he was a master. He was not just a great tactician, a great break builder. You know, and everyone had so much respect. And Reardon was one of these. Ray, shall I say? Sorry.
Yes, please.
Was one of these people.
Makes me old, actually.
If you beat Ray, you'd had to have played well. You know, he never give up. He always give it 100%, and that is why he's such a great champion.
And Reanne, of course, you know, you're 12 times ladies champion. I'm guessing someone like yourself would look up at Ray's game when you were growing up as a kid, and of course, you know, you're in as much awe as I am when someone like Ray walks into the room. He's just done wonders for our game, hasn't he?
Oh, he's magnificent. When they said, "Oh, I've never met him before," Jimmy's like, "What?" But no, it's an absolute honour to meet him, and obviously he shows he's Coach Murphy, Ronnie. He's got all the legends as well. So all the best players today even want Ray as their coach. So it's just an honour to be on the same sofa.
And I met Jimmy when he came along when he was 17 years of age. Actually, he just won the World Amateur Snooker Championship, and I've admired him ever since. And I feel for him that he didn't achieve what he wanted to get, that world #1, or the world championship, should I say. So really speaking, he's one of my greats who goes down in my book also. And there was Terry Griffiths, there was Mark Williams, and a load of other players besides, you know. And it's one of those things that I live with it, you know, and Wales were lucky to produce such good players. We haven't got any here this week, actually, unfortunately.
None left now.
It's sad, isn't it? But I met a couple of them, in Dominic Dale, and I met Darren Morgan. So that's nice. I haven't seen Terry yet, unfortunately. I was looking forward to seeing him. One of our great players.
He's about. We'll find him.
He's about somewhere.
He's just
He's hiding again. He's hiding again.
You're still playing, and we were talking earlier on. Jimmy mentioned you knocked in a 147 in the last few years. You're still playing. You still enjoy the game?
Very badly, yes. But I'm playing very badly. But it's okay. I'm still playing. And an amazing thing is now, I don't play with any glasses on. And my memory's going, so I'm in really big trouble, actually.
Listen, Ray, it's genuinely, when I was introduced to you earlier on, I'm honoured. I really am. It's fantastic you've joined us on the couch. I'm sure you'll be giving the trophy out.
I'm so pleased that I came here tonight, and with all the bad weather, I didn't think I was coming, to be honest. Well, but I had to come.
We're delighted. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you all very, very much.
Wonderful stuff. The brilliant Ray Reardon. Right, we're going to have a quick break, and when we come back, of course, we'll be building up to the final session of the 2020 Welsh Open. We'll see you right after this.